was waiting to meet a client. I'm always early. Yeah, we've been to quite a number of places so far this winter, and it's only early doors, where, as usual, lots of fish. Lots and lots of fish. And it's always the same thing, really. They've bought lots of fish, and quite often every year, which is absolutely fine, you know, but if you're doing it to increase bites and get more catches actually landed, there's loads of stuff you can do which will actually do that. If you've got a decent head of fish and you can't put a number on it, everyone says, oh, what's the best stocking density? What size fish should I stock? Honestly, every water's different. Of course, as a fishery manager or fishery owner, you've got freedom to do whatever you want, but when we see really high densities of fish, we have to advise people and say, look, they might not be all right now, but there's loads of things you need to bear in mind, like if you have another hot summer, if you have a ridiculous amount of algal blooms, or you know, there's loads of things you need to bear in mind. So it's not very glamorous talking about all the other bits and pieces, because no one really wants to do any of it. You know, so I keep banging on about planting and bank repairs and all this, that and the other, but the amount of places we've been and done that, and it's had a huge effect on catch rates, and supplementary feeding as well. Those three things for me are really, really important. If you can get out undercuts, get out snags, increase your level of decent marginal plants, it makes such a difference. But it's not very trendy, it's not very cool with the kids, so not as many people that should do it. And we identify loads of waters where, seriously, and you say to them, well, just knock a couple of foot off it, repair the banks, sort it out, and you will be amazed at the difference. And there's places, you know, where we've done this, and it's simple, really. It's quite, for us, it's common sense. Like I said to someone yesterday, you know, a lot of anglers are, and people who just go fishing, they're looking from the outside in, whereas we're in the water learning about your water. So we're learning and giving you information from the inside out. You know, it's not just going fishing. It's even when we're just netting a pond. If someone just wants us to go netting, we're not just there doing that. You're in the water, so you're feeling everything that's going on around you. You're feeling the substrate. You're feeling undercuts. You're monitoring the water quality. Everything that's going on, it builds up a picture, and you just have to be honest and say, look, you know, personally, I do this and this, and you know, for the cost of some fish, you know, absolutely no problem buying fish, and spoiled for choice these days. And obviously a lot of people need to stock fish, but I think there's so many other things you can do that massively benefit the fishery as a whole. And if it's about improving catch rates, quite a few places have got so many fish, but they're not getting the results they want. You have to look at why, and it's not just to do with a lack of fish. In fact, quite often it's because you've got too many. But yeah, it's just worth bearing that in mind. You know, this is a season where everyone's delivering fish, moving fish around. We're doing the same ourselves, but we're very, you know, like I say, we don't sell tons of fish. I never want to sell tons of fish. It's not what I want to do. But and we're very, you know, I'm quite selective where we sell fish to. I don't like, and we miss out on a lot of sales because people will ring me up and go, all right, mate, I want £1,000 weight of carp. And you go, oh, how big's the lake? And they go, whoa. You find out it's like an acre. I'm not going to sell them those fish, because when they start dying, they're going to ring me and say, oh, them fish you put in have started to, it's not worth the hassle. It really isn't. And they shouldn't be stocking those sort of levels anyway, without first looking at what's going on. And unfortunately, like I say, a lot of places, their fishery management is annual stocking, which, you know, if you've got 100 acres, it's a different story, and then you've got predation, it's a different story. But at the end of the day, just learn, and it's frustrating sometimes for us, because we see this every day. And so many waters have got huge potential, untapped potential, because they won't just sort of think about things slightly more realistically from the inside out. They are. Rant over. It's Friday, I want to get home soon.